You're listening to Ask When, the podcast. Folks from all walks of life talk about their daily hustle and bustle, living and celebrating life, sharing tips on becoming champions, especially for those who are muscling mental and physical disabilities. Ask When, the podcast, with your host, who has mustered over 30 years living with cerebral palsy and going strong, author and cerebral palsy advocate, Wynn Charles. Ask When, the podcast starts right now.
Welcome to Ask When, everyone. Today I have Kristen with me, so I'm going to let Miss Kristen take it away and share her wisdom and joy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Wynn, for having me on your show. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Kristen Noel, and I am a transformational money mindset and business coach. So what I do is that I help my clients really achieve more abundance and wealth in their small businesses. I primarily work with entrepreneurs and side hustlers as well. Anyone that really wants to build their own business or their side hustle. And I really help them transform the way they look at money so that money is attracted to them and they no longer have to chase after money and have money come to them. So in a nutshell, that's pretty much what I do.
So is this something that you always wanted to do, or is this a new career path for you?
It's so funny. That's like the first. You're the first person that asked me that question. So growing up, I've always wanted to speak on stages. So if I were to look back on childhood pictures of me, I've always had a microphone or I had a phone with me. So I would say, I guess, at an early age, I knew I was going to be speaking a lot. I didn't know that I was going to become a coach. And actually, back then, life coaching or business coaching wasn't really a thing. And so I didn't really foresee myself doing it. But now that I'm in this industry, I absolutely love it. And I do not ever want to go back to working for corporate. Again, there's nothing wrong with corporate, but it's just not something that I see myself doing. So I love what I do.
And I don't see myself going back into corporate either. I don't see myself going back into corporate either. I see myself being a full-time content creator and also rebuilding a business on the side, even though this is established, my content is established. I'm also doing essential oils on the side
Ooh.
of my established business. I'm actually working in direct sales. So, yeah, but I never ever see myself going back into corporate either until the day I die, because corporate and me didn't mix.
I agree. Same here. So I totally feel you.
So, Kristen, if you had a favorite book, what is the title?
Okay, so I feel like it's a biased. My answer is going to be biased because I actually just written a book. And so am I allowed to say that my favorite book is my own book?
You say your favorite book is yours? Yes. Have that proud first time author moment.
Oh my goodness. Well, to be honest with you, it's not officially launched yet. So I actually have the book right next to me. It's right here. It's called
That.
it's called Stop
What was
Chasing,
that?
Start Attracting. And it's really a book on developing one's mindset around money. And so that, again, what I was saying about so that you're attracted to money instead of you having to chase after money. And so it's actually based off of my 3-pillar proprietary framework that I use with my clients called the Cash Flow Trinity. And so I really bring my expertise in not only business, but Chinese metaphysics into the book, as well as mindset and all that good stuff. So that is my favorite book right now. It's my own book. So I'm really excited for it to come out.
And now, is it, did you decide to go traditionally published or self-published?
Yeah, so I went through the self-published route and I've been loving it so far. I mean, it was a struggle writing the book. I wouldn't say it's an easy thing. It definitely is not. And especially my first book, it literally took me probably 9 months. And it's funny because I actually joke around and I say it's my book baby because it took me about 9 months to write the book and
Oh,
publish
yeah.
it and to market it. Yes. So it's been quite a journey and I went through a lot of ups and downs.
I understand that because I'm a self-published author myself. So
Yeah.
I know the hit publish button thinking, oh, great, we're done. No, we're not done. Because now you have to market the book. You have to do a whole marketing campaign around the book. I'm like, yikes. Yikes. So I am working, you guys, I'm working on my 9th book and my 10th book at the
Wow.
same time. And so I have 8 books out already. And so yeah, but I understand the feeling again. We have to market dang book again. But as long as you're passionate about the subject matter, that's all I have to say. Then we're good. So I see you have a podcasting microphone. Do you have a podcast?
I do not have one just yet. So I definitely will launch one relatively soon. I'm not thinking anytime this year. So to let you know, when like I feel like in the past I really tried to rush things in my life. I would try to do everything because I get so excited about starting anything and everything. But what I've learned throughout the years is that it's so important to manage my energy and to focus really on one thing at a time. And so right now it's just to focus on putting this book out there, launching it, and to really develop that piece. And then from there, I'm definitely going to launch a podcast. So maybe I'll have you as a guest in the future.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because this goes for anyone listening. If you launch a book, a podcast is a great marketing tool.
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely agree. I mean, ever since I wrote this book and now it's being launched, I feel like I've been getting so much attention and it's something that I did not foresee coming. I did not expect that writing a book would instantly put me at such a higher level.
Yeah.
But, because to be honest with you, my intention writing the book was really for my clients. I had this idea of writing this book about a year ago. My clients were I had two sets of clients. I had clients that were getting results working from me. And then I had the other set who were not getting the results, but they were doing the same things as I was telling them to do. The strategy was there. And I realized one thing that's stopping them was their mindset, was their energy. And that's something that is really hard to teach. It's not like a how-to, right? And so I was like, I need to write a book so that my clients can really understand what it's like and how to do it. And then also I dedicated this book to my future daughter because I really believe that I don't know, this sounds really crazy, but I really believe I'm going to have a daughter and I want my daughter to come into this world knowing that our world is abundant and that we don't need to always struggle, but things that will come your way, especially when you intend them to be.
No, I said I was reintroduced to direct sales. Back in October, I had already picked my company by back. No, I lied. I was reintroduced back in May to direct sales, and I had by the time October hit, I had already picked a company that I felt good about. So it came, direct sales drops into my own lap. And yeah, direct sales. So if you put things out into the universe, like I want to write a book or I want to go back to school, it will happen. And be careful what I say because yeah, it will happen. No, I had a vision board once and I put on that vision board I want to write a book. And lo and behold, I wrote that book, and then it went into the little green monster that I can't control, now called Aswin. And now since I'm building up a company on the side of me doing full-time content creation, I'm like, heck this, I will be able to replace my income with direct sales.
I love that. That's amazing. Yes, definitely when you set an intention and you really put all of your energy and your thought into it, you will definitely always manifest it. And you have to believe in that with all of your heart. And I'm a true believer in that. So I love that you said that. That's amazing.
So, okay, we went over the favorite book, which happened to be your book, which you guys, when it officially launches, you should go get the book because it would make Kristen very happy if you made it to number one.
Oh,
If
yes.
her book made it to number one on Amazon, it would make her day. So please tell us when the book will be launched.
Yeah, so the book will be launched on May 24th, and it's going to be on Amazon. And so definitely grab it off Amazon when that time comes. I actually included a free audiobook when you purchase it. So you'll get to hear my voice, and you can hear me when you're like driving or cooking or whatever the case may be. So definitely check it out.
Yeah, I will definitely check it out, and I will tell all my listeners, and we may have this podcast episode out before then. I'll try to get it out before May 24th because of reasons we want you to hit number one. Now, if you had to move house and could only take 5 things with you, what would they be?
Okay, wow. Only 5 things, right? When I move. Okay. So number 1, it would definitely have to be my 2 dogs. So I guess I just knocked down 2 already.
Yeah.
But definitely my dogs. I have 2 dogs. I would bring my laptop. That's 3. Oh my goodness, this is such a hard question. I would bring my full focus planner. This is actually right next to me. I don't know if you guys heard of full focus planner. I'm totally talking about Michael Hyatt now. And then the last thing I would bring is probably my essential oils. I have it right here.
Yep. No, I agree with you. If I had to bring something, I would definitely bring my laptop so that I could still keep doing what I'm doing and definitely do essential oils because now I need them along with help, but I need those essential oils to keep me calm and to keep me especially nowadays with everything that's going on, I need something to keep me calm.
Oh, yes, exactly. I actually spray myself with essential oils when I wake up. So I have like a spray bottle. I put essential oils inside of it. And then when I wake up in the morning, I spray my face and it helps to wake me up. Number 1. And number 2, it's just the smell. It's just inspiring and it wakes me up. And so that's really part of my morning routine. So,
and
yeah.
Do this. What else is part of your morning routine?
Oh, wow. Okay. So my morning routine is the one thing I would never forget to do because it totally grounds me. And I really recommend anyone to have a morning routine, especially if you want to perform better or you want to do better, whatever the case may be. So normally when I wake up, the first thing I do is I spray myself with essential oil water, and then I drink a glass of water, and I actually meditate for 15 minutes. So I meditate, and actually meditation in the morning is best for your body and your brain, because you're still like waking up, right? And so in that state, I believe it's like the delta theta brain waves is when you're calm. And so then you can really envision what it is that you want. So if you ever want to do any type of manifestation or visualization, in the mornings, right when you wake up, is the best time to do it. And I really recommend actually sitting up and doing it and not laying down, because you might fall back asleep, obviously. And so I do my meditation, and then I actually pull out my full focus planner, and then I start planning the day. And I actually only give myself 3 major things to do, because I really believe in quality over quantity. So I don't overload myself, on task, and I just really delegate the rest. So my morning routine is pretty simple, but very powerful.
Yep. And so if your best friend had to write a book about you, what would the title be?
Ooh, it would probably be From Shy, Timid Nerd to Confident, Powerful Businesswoman. I literally just thought that up on the spot. And the reason why I chose that title is because, I feel like I've grown so much throughout the years. I really was someone that was very shy, very timid in the very beginning of my childhood. And I just had a huge transformation throughout my years. So that's probably the title.
So trying to nerd to confident businesswoman. I love it. And so I know you have a couple questions for me, and
Mhm.
now it's your turn.
Awesome. Okay, so my first question for you, Win, is, what is it like for you to, because I don't know much about cerebral palsy. I was reading up on it, and I want to know like how you were able to do so much content creation, even though you have cerebral palsy. Do you mind sharing that with me?
Number one, I have help. I have help, not only physically, I have help with my content creation as well. I have a team that helps me with my content creation. And so I have an assistant that does the scheduling, because without her, I would go nuts, because I can only do one thing well, and that is host. And I decided that a long time ago. And so, yeah. And so I have help with my content creation. All
Mhm.
my work, all my schoolwork, all my books, all my they are all my baseline thoughts, but then they get edited by me or by someone else, because I can't type to save my life due to my neurological condition. And so right now um I have things going on that are not out of the norm. I mean, I haven't my stepmom hasn't been into her office since um March, since the since the beginning of March, and now it's May. So I have things that go on, and she knows it, but at the same time, I have to be mindful of how much energy I'm expanding, and so I don't fall over, because having a neurological condition is not easy.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, that's amazing. I think it's so amazing that you're able to do what you love, and have a team that supports you and helps you and assists you. I definitely agree with the help. I mean, like I love my assistant, and so without her, I think I would be all over the place as well. So I agree. I wanted to ask you as well. Like what made you, or like what made you decide to start a podcast?
Well, what made me to decide to start this one is I wrote a book, I Come a Win, and it will be 10 years since that book is out because my mom passed away in August of 2010, and I wrote that book. I published it October 20th, 2010. So it will be coming up 10 years that that book has been out. And so that's the reason why I started doing content creation because of that book.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm gonna have to read that book. It sounds so powerful. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yes, it is. And so many people have learned about cerebral palsy through working with me physically and reading my book.
That's amazing. I mean, I feel like you're such an inspiration for so many people out there, especially like the people that have the same condition as you. Do you mind if I ask you the question that you asked me, which is, do you have a morning routine?
I
Tell me more about your morning routine.
I do. No, I do. I I get up between 5:45 and 6:30. 6:30 is I'm pushing it. 6:30, I'm pushing it. If only I up by 6:30, there's no way that I could get half the work done I do. So I'm up between it used to be 6:30 on the dot, but I now it's between 5:45 and 6:30, and then I have my Amazon smart speaker go off. I say the wake word to it while I'm still lying in bed in a dark room. I say the wake word to it, and then I say good morning. Then she goes off, and it plays the what it plays the Seattle Times. It plays the New York Times. It just goes through my flash briefing like it would anyone else. And then by 6:30 I am usually either if I have a early morning meeting on the west on the East Coast, I'm up and I am doing that, or I listen to music, or I meditate, but I try not to have too many early morning meetings. I try to preserve my energy the best I can. But typically, my aides are here with me straight up 8 a.m., no questions asked. So by 8 a.m., I have to be brighter than bushy tails. Also, my functioning. By 8 a.m., I have to be hello, how are you? In aid mode.
Wow, that's amazing. That's quite a routine. I love that. I actually have a Alexa as well,
Yeah.
and I don't use her enough. I need to use her more often now that I'm hearing you.
You do, and yeah, you do. And what it comes down to is if you go back and I don't know if it's out yet, but it will be out in the next couple of weeks. I did an episode all about the smart speaker sign with a friend of mine, and it's very interesting what they can do.
Oh, I feel like Alexa's always listening to me because
Yep.
the thing is that I'll be on my phone and all of a sudden I see an advertisement. I think which is really crazy is like the way advertisement and algorithm works these days is that you open your phone and you see the thing that you were just talking about. And so I feel like Alexa's listening into our conversation right now. She's actually right next to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. And so it's so funny when and one thing I will tell you, do not mention that liquid when you're on a podcast, when you're recording a podcast, because 1,000,001 Amazon smart speakers will go off.
That
And
is true.
so, yeah. So that's my tip right there. And so, yeah, but that's my morning routine, you guys. And so if you ever find me up and functioning at 5:45, don't mind me. I'm just trying to get work done.
I love that. I actually wake up at the same time. I didn't mention that, but lately I've been actually waking up at 5 as well. So this morning I was up at 5.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed is that when you wake up earlier, you can get so much more done throughout the day, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, all of my most important things are always finished before noon. And so after
Yeah.
noon, that's when I have like all my, podcast interviews or like meetings because then I just feel like, I'm winding down, it's a conversation and it's just more
You
fun.
can. You can. Um, and today I was very strategic about something, and I just did it and sat down and did it. By noon, my time, I was done with all the productive junk that I needed to do. Um, and so it's like the earlier you start, the better.
Yes, definitely. The early bird gets the worm.
Oh, the yellow bird gets the worm. And so, where can people find you, and where could people get a hold of you if they choose to do so?
Yeah, so you can always go on my website. It's kristennoel.co. So make sure you don't put the .com, but just the .co. A lot of people make that mistake and they can't find me. So it's kristennoel.co. You can also find me on Instagram. I'm very active on my stories there. Same thing, kristennoel.co. And then obviously, please purchase my book. It's going to really change your life and the way you see money. And you can find that on Amazon.
Yeah. Okay. So KristenNoel.co, you guys, and we'll have all that information in the show notes. I have taught my assistant over the years how to do show notes, and of course, we'll have all that information. And so you guys know where to find me. I'm on Facebook. I'm floating around everywhere. So just contact me if you need me, and just contact Kristen if you need her to be your money and mindset coach. And we'll see you guys later. And I appreciate Kristen and her time today. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye, you guys.
You just listened to Ask Win, the podcast. To become a guest in the show, visit our website at askwin.weebly.com or call 816-591-3399. Just look for Danielle. Connect with Win on Twitter at WinKellyCharles and like our Facebook page at Butterflies of Wisdom. You can also purchase Win's book through Amazon.com or get a copy of the audiobook through Audible. Ask Win, the podcast.